Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to like and subscribe. So we're going to be talking about the 2025 Cadillac Escalade IQ. And if you have any ounce of IQ, you would avoid this one. There's other options out there, honestly. When it comes to a GM with their battery technology, I feel like they're still a step behind. I think obviously Tesla is definitely setting the trend, as well as Hyundai and Kia, believe it or not, because that 350 kilowatt up to charging up to that speed, it comes in handy, my guys. Handy. So when I go charge my vehicle, I have a 77 kilowatt Ioniq 5. It was at 7%. We went from 7% all the way up to 80% in about 20 to 22 minutes. I think average is like 230 kilowatt that it was charging. And when it starts to get at the very end, then it starts to kind of like taper off. It starts to slow it down. And that last, I want to say 2% will probably take you an additional, 2-3 minutes. And then you're going to be, ready to go. But having a 200 kilowatt battery, even if you don't charge it fully, even if you charge it at like, 20%, which is like what, I don't know, 180 kilowatt, it's still going to take you a significant amount of time, regardless of, what, depending on how they set up their the chargers, it might take you, about 30 minutes or longer. Now, since I bought my Ioniq 5, we're talking about electric cars, they're giving you 2 years free charging at the DC fast charging, but you're only limited to about 30 minutes or so. So if your car doesn't charge within that 30 minutes, you have to pay for anything after that. What you can usually do is just unplug and then plug it back in again, and you can continue to charge for free. You ain't got to pay nothing. But anyway, let's go ahead and check out the Escalade IQ. Sorry about that sidebar. I just had to drop some of that information for you guys out there that might be interested in this EV or just any EV in general. So 2025 Cadillac Escalade IQ is 130,000 flagship electric SUV with 450-mile range. But just take this into consideration. I talked about this in many of my other videos when discussing discussing EVs. When it's colder, that's going to affect your range, whether it's charging, whether you're driving it, and if you're driving on highway, that's also going to be affecting your range. When it's too hot, that also will affect your range. When you're using your AC, when it's, hot outside, or you're using your heater in the car when it's, cold outside, that also has your range. That also affects your range. For me, my car, the way that it's set is, as soon as you turn on the air or your AC and it's hot as hell out there, it automatically takes away some of that range. Like it'll take away like 30 miles away from me for using my AC. So you know that you don't have that range, and it tells you roughly what you have. But if you turn it off, then you get that range back, which is kind of pretty cool technology if you ask me. But anyway, let's go on. So first off, the design, I do dig the design. I'm not gonna lie. I like this. I like that grill, just the way that it sits. Kind of like similar to the Trailblazer EV. They're all gonna be using similar technology, but the differences here is this one's gonna have a much larger battery compared to the Trailblazer, or Blazer. I'm sorry, I don't know why I say Trailblazer. The Blazer EV, as well as the what was the other one? Dang it, I can't remember the other one. There's two SUVs that GM is making, and the other one has not released yet. But this one, I like it, and it's still using the normal connection as well too, because I believe that GM is also partnering up with Tesla to switch over their ports as well to the Tesla charging ports. And Electrify America is the alternative to Tesla's charging, And another thing too, when it comes to charging EVs, you're gonna have issues whether those certain stations might not be working, or you might have any just different issues that you're gonna have when you have an electric car. And it's not all just it's not all just sunshine and rainbow. You're gonna have issues too when it comes to charging, and it takes time when it comes to charging comparing to a gasoline vehicle, you know. But anyway, let's go in the interior. Look at that. That is beautiful. Distracting as hell, but it's fucking beautiful. You have a nice display right here. This is going to be controlling, I believe, stuff like your AC and different stuff like that. And then you have your, infotainment system, which is right here. But I'm assuming that these two kind of work together. And then you have your, tachometer and all that, jazz, all that good stuff. But let me see if we can get a closer look. And then also on the back side, there's two displays on each side for your passengers to be comfortable back there. They also have a table, so if you want to work while you're getting chauffeured to your destination, you can work back there. Put your laptop, you could do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? If you got a driver, yeah, look at that, chilling. You got a display right here. I'm assuming that's the control, and then you have a nice little nice little tablet or a screen for you, so you could watch your Hulu or whatever you want to watch. You can watch that, Netflix, YouTube, whatever you want, man. You could watch that. See, look at that. And you can control the door. Oh man, this is lazy galore. And look at that, you got heated seats on the rear. What? So my guess, it sits what seats four? It does not seat five, because the middle is this right here. You got a nice little tablet to control your seat settings and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. And then in the front, oh, yeah. So this is the front right here. So you have different controls here, and you have your knob. And let me see here. I'm trying to look at different stuff too. You have night vision, safety, lights. What's the other one? I cannot see. Universal remotes. That's cool. Doors and windows. That is cool. And then you have, so these are controls. You have park, and then doors. You have drive, lights, rear steering. And then another cool thing too that I think I didn't talk about is this right here. I guess this is the night vision. It can actually see the animals, which is pretty fucking cool. That is cool. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty sick. So it shows what the speed limit is for this road right here on the side, and then you have a camera in the front that can see that well. Man, can you imagine if this stuff breaks? Holy fucking shit, man. You better have yourself some of that extended warranty, because if any of this technology breaks, oh my god, it's gonna be fucking expensive as shit. And knowing GM, some of this stuff will break. Um, quality control isn't all that great. But anyway, overall, I think this is a nice SUV if you have the money, and you already are a fan of Cadillac Escalades. Why not? Why not? Pick it up. Let's see here. Oh, hold on, it's not the one I wanted to show. Pause that one. I think this one is it. So we get to see just a little bit more. Um, but yeah, man, it's a big fucking battery. Kind of like the Hummer with its big battery, but I feel like they're not optimized like how Tesla optimizes their battery cells. So let me go ahead and pull up. I'm gonna pull up Teslas as well as a Rivian. I would much rather get the Rivian, even though they have their issues. Um, and you guys know how I feel about Teslas. But I think the Model X is a better example. Now hear me out. The Model X gives you that premium and the amount of power that this thing has is absolutely ludicrous. You can get yourself a Model X Plaid all-wheel drive for about $108,000, and then you can go, I don't know, go fuck around with with the other 30,000. And with the Model X, you have the additional screen also. That's for your what is it, your tachometer and all that good stuff. You know how like Tesla got doesn't have that for their other models, like the Model Y and the Model 3. They don't have that. But I love this animation here for the lights. I think that's so cool. I'm a sucker for technology. I love technology. But I also hate technology too, because it's just going in such a rapid pace that sometimes we just can't keep up. It's just advancing like this, like every day, every 3 months something new comes around, new discoveries, which is great. But it gets too much. It's like way too much. Too much. So anyway, let me go ahead and show you the screens. All right, so I was able to pull up Tesla's. Like I said, starts at about 98,000, and then if you want the Plaid with ridiculous amount of horsepower, way more than the Escalade, but you're not getting the Escalade for its performance. Let's be honest. And then I also put in the R1S, but the R1S is more of a rugged outdoor type. So the one that would kind of compare close to it would be the Audi SQ8 e-tron. Starts at about 98,000, but when it comes to the range, that's where the Escalade just definitely is better. Way more range, 450. I don't think the Audi comes close to that. Let's go see standard equipment and spec. So you get 496, 130. You get an 114 kilowatt, 106. So charging with a 240, 16 hours. Oof. DC fast charging, 31 minutes. So if you're going from 10% to 80% in DC fast charging, it takes about 31 minutes, depending on how whatever the highest, kilowatt, however many, because some companies cap out how fast their cars can charge. So not all cars are capable to charging all the 350 kilowatts. To my knowledge, I've seen only like the Kias and the Hyundais can charge all the way up that high. I think Volkswagen caps it out at 150 or something like that. So that's that. So this is the one that comes close to it, but the range wise is very meager. I think it's 253, which isn't shit. So the Cadillac does look damn good with that 450, but when it comes to replenishing that energy back into the battery, holy fuck, you're gonna be waiting a long time, especially if you're charging it with the level 2. Even in your own home, level 2 charging at 19.2, you're still looking at about a long ass time, especially if you have it at a 10% or anything lower than that. It's going to take quite a bit of time to charge it. So let's go ahead and check out here's the more information here. So I wanted to look at the horsepower and all that good stuff. I think that's all the way down at the bottom. Here it is. The impressive numbers. So it has a 24 module battery pack with capacity of 200 kilowatts, which will enable the model to have a range of approximately 450. And then they're comparing it to the Mercedes EQS SUV. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Which obviously this one has way more range, as well as the BMW. This one has way more range. While that's less than the 830 horsepower GMC Hummer EV SUV, the Escalade IQ can rocket from 0 to 60 at about, 5 seconds. Oof, that's fast. But it can tow up to 8,000 pounds. And also another thing too, when towing, oh yeah, it's going to affect your range substantially. So I can't wait until this thing goes out into the world to be tested and actually pushed. We'll see. Hopefully we'll get some good content to record or react to, or give more information about it. But overall, I think they hit the design wise looks good to me. All the technology and all the stuff that's in the car, love it. But then again, it's still a GMC vehicle, so take that as you will. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.